Stephon Marbury finally opened up about the rumors, and yep, turns out they were true. The affair with an intern wasn't just gossip after all, and with that already messy DUI situation hanging over him, this just made everything even harder to deal with. Alright, so here's how things really went down for Stephon Marbury, and it wasn't pretty. First came the DUI. Marbury was pulled over for driving way over the speed limit, about 40 kilometers faster than what was allowed. When the officers tested him, his blood alcohol level was more than double the legal limit in Arizona. That wasn't just a slap on the wrist. He ended up serving 10 days in jail for it. It was a low moment for him, no doubt, but sadly things didn't stop there. Not long after that, an even messier chapter unfolded. In 2007, Marbury found himself in federal court admitting to something people had only whispered about before. He came clean about having an affair with an intern. And this wasn't just some random story. He revealed that it happened after a group night out at a strip club back in 2005. So now picture this. He's already dealing with the fallout from the DUI, facing media backlash, fan criticism, and trying to protect his career, and then boom, another scandal drops, confirming what many had suspected. The affair wasn't just a rumor, it was real. And for Marbury, that truth coming out just made everything even more difficult. One controversy after another, all piling up and painting a very different picture than the basketball star fans once idolized. But when it came to his basketball career, it was a whole different story. His performances on the court were nothing short of outstanding. Marbury's NBA story began in 1996, when he was selected 4th overall in the draft by the Milwaukee Bucks. But he didn't stay in Milwaukee for long. Moments after he was picked, the Bucks traded him to the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for the draft rights to Ray Allen, who was taken right after him. At the time, that trade raised a lot of eyebrows. But Minnesota saw something in Marbury. And they weren't wrong. In his rookie season, Marbury made an instant impact. He averaged 15.8 points and 7.8 assists per game, earning a spot on the NBA All-Rookie team in 1997. But what really made headlines was his chemistry with a young Kevin Garnett. Together, they helped lead the Timberwolves to the playoffs in both 1997 and 1998, something that had never happened in franchise history. Marbury even dropped 28 points in a playoff game against the Houston Rockets, showing he wasn't afraid of the big stage. But as good as things looked on the court, trouble was brewing behind the scenes. During the lockout-shortened 1999 season, Marbury's agent pushed for a trade. The official reason? Marbury wanted to be closer to home and around family. But there were also rumors. Some said he was unhappy in Minnesota. Others claimed he was jealous of Garnett's massive contract. Whatever the truth was, the Timberwolves made the move. In a 3-team deal, Marbury landed with the New Jersey Nets. In New Jersey, Marbury truly found his rhythm. He blossomed into an all-star and earned a spot on the All-NBA 3rd team in 2000. In 2001, he made the All-Star game and hit 2 clutch three-pointers that helped win it for the East. That same year, he dropped a career-high 50 points in a game against the Lakers. But despite all the individual glory, the team struggled. The Nets never made the playoffs with Marbury, and before long, he was on the move again. This time, he was traded to the Phoenix Suns. And once again, Marbury proved he could shine. He scored 43 points in a comeback win against the Spurs in 2002, was selected to another All-Star game, and earned another spot on the All-NBA 3rd team in 2003. He teamed up with rising stars like Amari Stoudemire and Shawn Marion and led the Suns back to the playoffs. But they couldn't get past the first round. Then came a major shift in Marbury's career. He was traded to the New York Knicks in 2004. For Marbury, this was personal. He grew up in New York and had always dreamed of playing for the Knicks. It was a full circle moment. Unfortunately, the fairy tale didn't quite play out the way he had hoped. That same year, Marbury joined Team USA for the 2004 Summer Olympics. It was a rough tournament for the US, as they failed to win gold for the first time since using NBA players. Still, Marbury had one bright moment. He scored 31 points against Spain, which at the time was a Team USA Olympic record. Back in New York, things quickly went south. Marbury clashed with head coach Larry Brown during the 2005-06 season, and their rocky relationship played out in the media. The Knicks were losing badly, and fans grew frustrated. Some newspapers even called Marbury the most hated athlete in New York. It was a dramatic fall from grace. The tension with Larry Brown reached a breaking point, and it became one of the reasons Brown was fired after just one season. Isaiah Thomas stepped in as head coach, and for a brief moment, it looked like things might turn around. The Knicks improved slightly the next season, but the off-court drama continued. In 2007, things got even more complicated. Marbury testified in a sexual harassment trial involving the Knicks, admitting under oath that he had a fling with an intern outside a strip club in 2005. It was another hit to his reputation, one that added to the growing list of controversies. The 2007-8 season brought more drama. Marbury had a major falling out with Isaiah Thomas and reportedly left the team after finding out he'd been removed from the starting lineup. There were even rumors of a physical altercation and threats of blackmail on the team plane. Whether or not that was true, it was clear things had spiraled out of control. The Knicks kept losing, fans turned on the team, and Marbury became the face of everything wrong with the franchise. Eventually, Marbury was benched and then banned from team activities altogether. He underwent ankle surgery late in the season, one the team reportedly didn't think he needed. By February 2009, the Knicks and Marbury finally agreed on a buyout. He was officially done in New York. 2 days later, Marbury became a free agent, and not long after, he signed with the Boston Celtics. He played a limited role, but showed flashes of his old self. The Celtics offered him a one-year deal for the following season, but Marbury turned it down. He decided to take a year off and focus on other interests. That's when his story took an unexpected turn. In 2010, Marbury signed with a team in the Chinese Basketball Association, the Shaanxi Zhongyu Brave Dragons. In his debut, despite jet lag, he put up 15 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals. Over 15 games, he averaged nearly 23 points and almost 10 assists. He even won MVP honors in the CBA All-Star Game. He later joined the Foshan Dralians and continued to impress, but it was his next move that truly changed everything. In 2011, Marbury signed with the Beijing Ducks, and that's where he became a legend. The Ducks started the season with a 13-0 run, and this time, they made the playoffs. Marbury turned it up a notch, averaging 45 points in the semifinals against Shaanxi. In the finals, he led Beijing to their first-ever CBA championship. After the win, the city unveiled a statue of him outside the MasterCard Center. Yes, a statue. In China, Marbury had become more than just a player. He was a hero. He continued to thrive in Beijing. He won a second title in 2014, then a third in 2015. That year, he was also named the Finals MVP. His connection with the fans, his leadership, and his determination turned him into one of the most beloved athletes in Chinese basketball history. In 2017, Marbury announced he would retire after one final season. The Beijing Ducks chose not to bring him back, so he joined the Beijing Fly Dragons. After his last game in 2018, where he dropped 20 points, Marbury officially retired from basketball. From Coney Island to China, Stephon Marbury's story is one of talent, struggle, reinvention, and redemption. He had his share of scandals and setbacks, but he also had moments of greatness, moments that made fans cheer, critics pause, and the basketball world take notice. In the end, he may not have had the smoothest path, but he found a way to leave a lasting legacy on his own terms. And that's a wrap for today's video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you never miss an update. Catch you next time. Bye for now.